Good morning. Welcome to Nana and Paul's Country Kitchen. I'm Paul.
I'm Nana.
There's my Nana. All right, this morning we're going to teach you how to make Paul's Sweet Southern Biscuits. My assistant, Nana's going to be helping me. She's going to be behind the scenes, so if you see her back there, I already have a pan in the oven, so we're going to get started so I can take you a quick get it together and show you how to, and then show you the finished product all in one. Here we go. We're going to start. We're going to do a 1/2 cup sugar. We're doing a teaspoon of salt, and we're doing 2 1/4 or 2 1/2 cups of all-purpose.
No,
Self-rising, I apologize, it's early morning. Self-rising flour. Then we're gonna grate up. We're gonna stir this up real quick together. Get that all stirred. Then we're gonna grate a stick of butter, which I've already grated some. I'm gonna grate a stick of butter. Now, a lot of times you wanna freeze the butter. It grates harder, but like I've had it sitting out just a little bit and it starts to melt, but that's okay too. It just makes a little more, I guess, mess on when you do it. But other than that, it's good. Now we're gonna get all that butter in there because, you know, as they say, butter makes it better. So, we dang sure want to get the butter in there. Now, we're gonna take our dough cutter, and we're gonna go here and we're gonna mix that butter into the flour. And when I was coming up, you didn't have a dough cutter, you just take a big spoon. And my mom and them, they mixed Crisco. I don't know if any of y'all remember the big jug of Crisco, but she would sit there and work that spoon, or she'd get you had to work that Crisco into the flour. And that's, I'm telling you, that's where it's at back then, and of course we all found out later that clogged our arteries, but oh, was it good. So as we're working this in, getting this going, our next thing, these are going buttermilk. Now you can use sweet milk, but buttermilk is really what helps bring out the flavor in biscuits. As they cook, the buttermilk and the butter, and of course you got the sugar, but all the flavors seem to come together. Now, after you mush it and spin it around and mix it up real good, as we get that done, now we go to the next part, which is add the buttermilk. Now what we do is in the middle, you can get it out of the way. This way you don't make big of a mess when you put your buttermilk down.
Make a well.
Make a little well, as Nana said. Remember, I've already shook this because I've already got a batch in the oven. Always shake your buttermilk. Now, we normally use with 2 1/2 cups of flour, about 1 1/2 cup of buttermilk. What you want to do with these, you want to get it mixed in. You don't want it too soupy. You just kind of got to judge it and look at it, but you really don't. After you pour your butter, 1 1/2 cups in there, and you start looking at it as you're mixing it around, do your bowl around, start from the inside, work out. And then as you're looking at it, you'll be able to tell, but as you start to add it, a little more buttermilk, because a lot of times that butter begins to melt, and it makes it, if you freeze it, and it starts making it's melting and you spinning with the buttermilk, and you keep adding, and next thing you know, you're wondering why it gets soupy on you. Well, that is why. So as we mix this all together, get it all mixed, I'm gonna set that there. We're starting to get the look we want. Now, we're gonna move over to this counter, this end of the counter, where my sweet wife, Nana, is. Now, we'll pour it out and place it here. Now this is what we call kneading. You take a little flour, put it down, and then you just mix it, just kind of fold it. You don't want to do this too much, just kind of get you a good biscuit rollout, because you don't want to put too much flour back into your, because you've got that perfect combination. So all we're doing is getting it ready so it holds together. Now we can't, sometimes we do, which we're gonna do so later, we'll do drop biscuits. Now you take your roller, you just roll them, and you kind of look at your thickness. You want them thin, now remember they're gonna rise. So if you want them thin or thick, well, I got a firefighter retirees meeting, and I'm making biscuits. So this morning I'm making 40 biscuits to carry to the meeting. And I'm gonna cook the sausage. Now we take our biscuit cutter, and then we just sit here. And that's about, if y'all look, that's about the size I'm looking for. That's what I want. Now you can make them thicker or thinner as you make them. You wanna make sure when you put them in your skillet. Now with your skillet, as you can see, we buttered the skillet. That is very important. When you take your iron skillet, make sure you butter it first. Take and rub butter all around it. As you can see, we putting these together because as they rise, we're gonna rise up. If you spread them out, you got too big of spaces in there, they'll spread out and flatten out on you. Have you ever seen people bringing flat biscuits? That's what they've done. So if you don't want to make that many biscuits, get you a small skillet. We have different sizes. We have large, medium, and small. So, and this is what we're looking for. And you take this dough after you get cut, what you got, you just knead it back together. See how I've done that real quick? You roll it back out. Nothing's everywhere. You want this to take you down all the way. So all we need is, I need one more for the middle. So I always make that, our grandkids, they want the middle one to be the biggest, thickest one. So, and
Yeah, they all want
now,
center. You may do two?
no.
Good. That's pretty.
If you'll look, we got a pretty setup. We're ready to go. Now we should have them ready. Now, how does they look in those?
They're almost ready to put the butter on top.
And what we generally do when we're cooking is we get them, we take them out just before they're ready. We want them golden brown on top, so we take them out and you give me a minute, baby. I can show them right there.
What? Oh, the lid.
What we're here in South Alabama is about 4:30, so in the morning. We get up earlier down here. So this is how they start to look right here. Now we just about got them ready.
Put the butter on top.
To put the butter on top as you see them rise. Now there's a lot of different ways to do these. We're gonna show you next time what we just call regular drop biscuits. Instead of kneading them, rolling them out, we're just gonna take, as we mix it in here in the bowl, and we'll just measure out a tablespoon, drop them down, put a little flour on them, roll them up with our hand, and just drop them in the skillet. Now some people are fry them, they call fried biscuits, drop biscuits. So biscuits is just like any breads. You can do different things with them, add things, take away. Some people don't like them sweet. Some people's diabetic, you can use the Splenda, things like that in there. So there's different ways that you can prepare meals, breads anyway. So just remember that, to recap on this, is like a teaspoon of salt, half cup sugar, 2.5 cups I keep wanting to say self-rising flour. White Lily seems to be the best. The buttermilk, which you want 1 3/4 cups, but don't put it all in at one time. Put a cup, then just a little bit of the 3/4 till you just look at it and it looks right. A stick of butter, grate it, work it in with your dough cutter. Work it in real good. Then you start mixing the buttermilk in. Then you put it on, put some flour out, put it down, put a little flour on top, and then start rolling it up. Then take your biscuit roller, roll it out to the thickness that you want, and then start cutting it, put it in a buttered skillet. You want it at 415. Generally takes about 15 minutes. As you see the top begin to get brown, then you put it in a skillet. Remember touching them. As the top gets brown, we generally take it out, put a little butter, generally for a couple more minutes. But at this point, watch them. Watch them close before you take them out. Cause I mean, don't get distracted over there because you will burn the biscuits up. So, when I was a kid, my mom was good at burning bread. She'd get on one of them phones with a 20-foot cord and get talking to my aunts. And next thing you know, we'll see the smoke coming out. So, of course, she'd take a spoon or whatever, cut the bottom. The bottom generally burned. She would peel the bottoms off and put butter on it, hand it to us with a little jelly or syrup. So, and that's what we're trying to do. Let's see how we're looking here. Now, would you show them what they're looking like?
We're fixing to butter the tops. I've got the butter melted. We're gonna brush all the tops with
Here, go ahead, give me
melted
one.
butter.
Let me get one out there. And then we'll do the rest. Oh, yeah.
Here's your plate.
Ooh, doggy.
Hot.
That is what I'm talking about right there. Now we're gonna get them a little browner, but what I generally do is once we do that, while she's putting butter, she melts butter, and then she just puts it on top. And then after I get them out, I put my pie cutter in there, put a little butter. Again, butter makes it better. More butter, more better. And that is what I'm talking about right there. That is what's called prime biscuit. Now you can add syrup, honey, peanut butter, jelly, whatever you want to do with this biscuit, or just plain butter. Or this morning for my meeting, I'm gonna be frying smoked deer sausages. I'm gonna take a whole bunch of smoked deer sausages. So they'll be having biscuits, smoked deer sausage, probably some good grits. I want to get y'all eggs, scrambled eggs. So when y'all get up and listen to this, y'all sure enough be hungry. Well, thanks for watching. I'm Paul. This is Nana.
Today we're gonna have a brown sugar pineapple.
And look, we want y'all to subscribe, hit like, and share. And Nana and Paul's Country Kitchen. God bless the troops. God bless America.